Do you want me to?
Yeah, that would be great if you could do that. If you can't, don't worry. Excuse me. Okay, so we're recording now. Jackie, welcome to the call. Been looking forward to doing this call with you.
Hi.
And
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it as well.
oh, wonderful.
Meet the other
So,
Jacqueline.
pardon me,
Get to meet the other Jacqueline or Jacqueline, or you say Jacqueline,
Jacqueline. Yeah.
the other Jackie.
Yeah. It used to be Jackie Ann hyphenated, but I never liked that, so I changed it to
Uh,
Jacqueline.
uh-huh.
So you're a psychic medium.
I am.
Um, so if you could just explain what that actually is, because I know that not everybody knows. I think most people understand what a psychic does, but not everyone understands what a medium does.
Okay. Well, mediumship is something that I've really worked on quite hard over the last quite a few years now. Um, everyone, every psychic, every medium is psychic, but not all psychics are mediums because
Hmm.
mediumship is something that you really need to develop, something you need to get confidence in because it is a very subtle energy tapping into people on the other side. So probably I used to be, well, probably 20 years ago. I've been doing this since the 90s, but 20 years ago I was running like a circle and I called it Angel Circle. And it was just working with, uh, meditating and calling in the angels and all that sort of stuff. And I got drawn to go to a spiritualist center. And spiritualist centers are where mediums develop. They have Sunday services, they have a medium up on platform. So they usually like do a healing, they do a talk, and then the medium comes up and brings through people for the audience. So I decided I got drawn to go there, but it was actually there's different kinds of mediumship as well. So there's
Oh, could you explain some of
yeah, there's
those different ones?
mental mediumship, which is when you're pulling or psychic. So the difference between psychic and mediumship, I just want to start there. Psychic is I'm feeling into your energy personally, and mediumship is calling in spirit from the spirit world to bring you messages, and we bring them evidence of that person, what they look like or what they did in life, or what I like the best is bringing through the essence of that person so you know that they're there.
Mm.
And that's
So,
something really important to learn. So when we go to the spiritualist center, um, usually that's the sort of when there's someone's in front of an audience, that's mental mediumship that we're using. But the first time I ever had contact with a spiritualist church was they were doing trance mediumship. And trance mediumship is the medium sort of goes into a trance, like we'll shut our eyes and just bring our energy really, really low and call in spirit to speak through us.
hmm So
And
kind of
that,
like channeling.
yeah, sort of like channeling, but you're letting the spirit speak through you. So a
Hmm.
lot of when we're learning, a lot of us do channel, and I love to channel. I do a lot of channeling. When I do psychic work, I channel through a lot of stuff and write it down for people. But when I run trance circles. So I'm in my room right now. I call it
Oh.
Spirit Space Sanctuary, and I run groups here every fortnight, and we do psychic medium development. So we do lots of stuff like psychometry, and psychometry is holding something that somebody has belonged to someone, and usually it's
Mhm.
someone that's passed, and you hold on to it, and they put their energy into objects, and you can feel that energy. And we do feather readings and all sorts of different sorts of readings just to practice our craft.
Hmm.
And in the afternoon, we do trance and we sit in circle, and everyone one at a time goes into trance, and we let a spirit speak through us. And the room that I'm in, it's a lovely big room and a really historic old house, one of the first houses of Adelaide. It's got its own resident ghost. And I've been bringing through people that used to live here and so have other people as well, because it was built in 1843. And there was like a trilogy of them by a Scottish Egyptologist. And he bought,
Egyptologist.
yeah. And he and his family went to Victoria to, the goldfields, and they made their fortune on the goldfields. And they brought the money back to Adelaide and they built three houses. One got knocked down, which is sad, but one's next door and belongs to a private school, and the other one here was once a hospital and all sorts of different things, but now it's like a healing centre, and we've got Tibetan monks upstairs and a massage therapist, osteopath, kinesiologist, massage therapist, oh, so many other things. And it's just like this huge big centre for healing. It's amazing.
Sounds amazing. And
Yeah.
so how did you come to be a medium? How did you get involved in all of that?
It's interesting. My grandfather was always interested in this sort of stuff, and my mum and my grandma, because they from Northern England, and they used to talk about the ghosts in their house and all the things that happened. And I used to be, oh, this is so exciting. And Granddad used to teach us how to meditate, and he used to talk about ESP, which is extrasensory perception, which that's what they used to call psychic work.
Mhm.
And I was just so interested in it. And then when I was always a really, really sensitive kid anyway. And then Granddad died, and Grandma died suddenly. And then Granddad followed suit not much longer. And then Mum died. And, within 3 years, I had lost three of my closest relatives that I
Wow.
really loved. And, of course, I was devastated. And then my marriage broke down. I was a single mum. And I'm sitting there, my kids with their dad, and I could feel them around me, and it really scared me. I said to them, "No, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I know you're here, but I'm not ready." And they held back, and I could hear that sing 1111 all the time. I had roaring in my ears, um, and I had my name called out in the middle of the night, and there was no one home. And I could just hear it. I just had and I got up and I'm looking, who called me? Who called me? And it was them. They were calling me. So I went to a my friend said, come to a psychic fair. This is back in the 90s. My kids were only really little. And I walked in and I didn't want a reading. I wanted to be part of the psychic fair from the moment I walked into it. And I didn't want to read yet, but they taught me. I took money at the door, I parked cars, anything to be part of it. And I did spiritual development groups through them. And that's how I sort of kept moving forward, moving forward. And then it was that time I went to that spiritualist centre and the trance mediums were there. And I joined all their circles. I went overseas to the UK, and there's a place called Arthur Finlay. And this was in 2018. And it's called, they call it like the Hogwarts for mediums. And they have courses there 24/7, the whole year.
Wow.
And I went there. I did a course before and somebody told me about it, and I chose the course. And what was really funny was I walked in and saying hello to everyone. I just chose this course. I didn't know who was running it, all that sort of stuff. And I said to these people, "Oh, where are you from?" And they all said, "Oh, we're from Adelaide, Australia." And I'd gone there on
Wow.
my own. And I met all these people, and I spent all my time with them learning mediumship. And when I got back to Adelaide, we started our own group, and I in circle, and every fortnight for 3 years we just met and practiced and practiced and practiced. And
Mm.
then everyone started going off in their own tangents, and I started my own group, and so did a few other people. And I'm still running those groups today, which is great. And I do them online, and I do them here personally here as well.
So, when someone comes to you for a session, as a medium? What sorts of things do they come to you about? What do they want to know?
Um, One of the main things I have had, which I feel like we are also like grief counselors in a way as well. Like I've had people come, they've lost their part. Usually they've lost their husband or they've lost their wife,
Hmm.
and they want to feel connected to them again. They want to know they're still with them, and because they're finding life hard without them, and they might bring along a photo or an item of something, or they might not. That's okay, but they want to know that they're safe, they've crossed over okay, and we'll just sit together and I'll bring them through and talk about whatever comes to me. I'll talk about it. Usually connects, and it's fun times, and it warms their heart again and makes them believe they're going to see them again, they are still around them.
Yeah, I asked that because years and years ago, when my younger brother took his own life, and
Mm. Oh.
you hear all sorts of things about what happens to people who commit suicide. And so I went to see a very famous medium. This was when I was living in New Zealand in Hamilton.
Mm.
And she, like you said, she talked about symbols and things that only he and I knew about. So I knew that
Mm.
it was him. And she explained that he was perfectly fine. He was there with my grandfather and our dad, and other people were surrounding him, and he was
Mm.
perfectly fine. And so, yeah, that for me, that really put my mind and my heart at rest, because I'd heard
Mm.
so many scary things from people saying, oh no, they're going to be in purgatory, and it's going to be horrible for them, blah, blah, blah. And so that really helped me at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So do you
Because
have people coming to you in similar situations if they've lost someone who's taken their own life?
um, I've had a couple have taken their own life, or one recently was she'd lost a very young child, and the grief and not wanting to know, is that child okay, and did they do the right thing, and all that sort of stuff as well. There's so many different circumstances and people that go suddenly, or there's so many questions.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Um,
different.
I'm still having real trouble hearing you. So did you say that you have worked with people who have taken
Yes,
their own
yes,
life? Yeah,
yeah,
you have.
yeah.
And so what's been your experience with them?
My experience is, there's people waiting for them, help guiding them, knowing, they do cross over. It's not like they're being punished for anything.
Mm,
They do cross over. They do. It was lovely, that medium that you saw. That's beautiful. That's
yeah, I went to her specifically because she was very famous. She had a long waiting list, but she actually allowed me to see her before the waiting list was up because of the situation.
yeah,
Yeah, and I knew that it was my brother because, she told me things about him that
yeah,
only I would know.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, that really helped me at the time. So I think what you're doing is really important
Mm.
to help people who are left behind, especially in situations like that.
Yeah, it's that evidence to know that they're there. We think it's
Yeah.
really important to give you that evidence that you know and you feel them around you.
Yeah, I do occasionally. Yeah, not only my brother, but also other members of my family who've passed over. Um, like my mum passed over in 2021 during COVID, and she was in New Zealand at the
Oh,
time. I couldn't go to her funeral. Um, but yeah, I get messages from her all the time.
mhm. It's lovely. Yeah, I told my mum I want a blue feather,
A
and my
blue feather.
blue feather had to be blue. And I was telling my sisters all about it, or my sister, we went away, and we were sitting out the back in this place that we were renting, and I was telling her a little about the blue feather, and we were just sitting there, and next minute, a blue feather, it's sort of like it came out of nowhere, and that's something spirit can do. A blue feather just sort of drifted it in and landed by her feet, just to say to her, okay, that's, yep, mum's
That's
here.
amazing because blue
Yeah.
feathers are pretty rare, aren't they?
I know for it to be blue and me telling her at that moment, so many
Yeah,
things like that
wow.
happen.
That's really cool. I remember back in the 90s, I used to go to meditation circles and different groups to learn about psychometry and yeah, different things. I kind of haven't done that for a long time, but it was really interesting at the time. And yeah, you don't hear much about mediums very often. Like, who was that guy who used to have his own TV show? He was quite famous.
Oh, you mean, oh, going out my mind at the moment. I was seeing Alison Dubois this year. She did that great that TV series, Medium.
Who was that?
Alison Dubois.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Alison.
She's coming to Australia in a few months. You're probably thinking of Edwards. John
Yeah,
Edwards.
someone Edwards.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was quite famous. But and I also noticed like, years ago there used to be lots of crystal stores around this and they seem to have disappeared for the most part.
Oh,
It's
I feel like
very
there's tons
uncommon.
around.
Oh, maybe in Adelaide, not here. You never
Where
see
are you?
them.
You're up in Queensland, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah, there's
Brisbane.
lots of places. A beautiful place at Coffs Harbour.
Oh, Coffs Harbour's a long way away from Brisbane.
In Brisbane, it's because I'm in that sort of, I do a lot of training around Australia with different people as well. I get to know
Hmm.
what's happening and what's around. And
Yeah.
you just had a big festival in Brisbane. You had a big body mind.
Yeah, the Mind Body Spirit Festival. Yeah, that happens
Yeah.
every year. I didn't go this year. I have gone quite a lot in the past. Yeah, there are places around, but they're not as common as they used to be when I first moved here in 99. Um, yeah, so it's interesting. I wonder what that's about. Why?
Maybe we
I
spread
guess
out a
because
bit
the
more.
internet, like people go to
Mm.
the internet for their things now, don't they?
Yeah, I see quite a few, and yeah, it probably spread out a bit more now because it was very concentrated. Because you had I've forgotten the name of the place in Queensland. Oh, but yeah, there were
Concentrated as in.
um, lots of lots of spiritual businesses and things like that.
Oh, yeah. The only thing I can think of is that people just kind of go straight to the internet now when like you can get readings online. You don't have to go anywhere. And if you want to buy stuff, people just buy online.
I see. I love psychic fairs. I'm doing one tomorrow. I'm doing one the week after. And
Hmm.
lots of people come and everyone's
Yeah.
selling crystals and all sorts of stuff. But the good thing
Yeah.
about it is that there's quite a few readers there, and we always say to them, just walk around and see who you feel drawn to.
Hmm.
And you've got someone in person. And I love doing fairs and expos because I've got my own special reading room, and they
Hmm.
come here afterwards and have their own reading where it's very it's more intimate face to face sort of stuff. But I do
Yeah.
stuff online as well. I do messenger
Yeah.
ones as well.
What's it like doing spirit fairs and stuff like that? Because as you say, there are a lot of people mulling around and lots of different energies. It's so different to going to someone into their own private sanctuary.
Oh, see, we've all got our special way of doing, you maybe coping with it. You feel like you're in your own little bubble. And I write, so I've got my special stationery that I made up. Um, I always channel and write something for people. I like to use my cards. I've got the Angel Tarot, Psychic Tarot. I've got so many different cards. I like to do a card spread for people at a fair because then I've got something they can see. They can take a photo of it. I write something for them. Sometimes they'll record it. and they get quite a lot out of 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
fill them out.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you recorded your sessions because I just remembered when I was in Nimbin a few years ago, I had a
Nimbin,
reading
that's it.
done there. Sorry, what was that?
Nimbin, that was the place I was trying to think of.
Oh, yeah, that's in New South Wales though.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
but yeah, I had a reading done there and she did a recording. I've got a few recordings around the place that, but I don't think I've ever listened to any of them after having the reading.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that they're there though.
Except I do that as well, and that was the offer I was going to give today as well. Is that for the month of April, I'm just doing online. Like I'll record something, like I'll pull some cards, take a photo of them, send them to you, do a recording on each one and what they mean, and
Hmm.
yeah, I
And
do a few.
so how does that work? What's the offer?
Well, somebody usually has a message. Like I had someone with a special question, so I
Mm-hmm.
pulled some cards for her about how what the energies are like moving forward. On each one, I'll do a little recording about what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do it
And
over WhatsApp or Messenger, and they get the photos of the cards, and they'll hear me speak. I'll do the recording as well.
hmm
Yeah.
and so what does that cost?
Normally it's 60, but for till the end of April, I'm doing it for $30.
Oh, so half price.
Yeah, half price.
That's
Because
pretty
I had a
amazing.
few people ask, so I said to them, no, I just feel like till the end of the month, let's do that.
That's amazing. I think that's great. What else can you share with us about you said that you've traveled quite a bit overseas.
Oh, I like a medium should always keep practicing, keep learning. There's always something more to learn. And it's like community as well. You get to meet other mediums and we all work together and practice with each other. So
Hmm.
I went over to Arthur Finlay in the UK in 2018. I haven't really been overseas since, but I go around. We have UK mediums come to Australia. So in July, I'm going to Geelong in New South Wales. It's like
Galen?
90 minutes out of Canberra. It's like an old
Oh,
monastery. It's about the
haven't heard
third
of it.
time I've been there this year. And a trance medium called Scott Milligan, he's coming over. He's amazing, absolutely amazing. And a healer and his wife, they've got a business called At One Events, and they work out of Canberra as well.
Hmm.
And, so she brings him over, and we spend a whole week just practicing mediumship. And then in August, I'm going to Melbourne, and there's another medium called Chris Drew and Samantha Dooley. She's from the UK, but she lives in Perth, and we're going to spend a day doing platform mediumship and then a few more days just working together doing mediumship. So yeah, so we sort of travel a bit and practice and meet other mediums from around Australia, and
Mm.
sometimes they
So,
come from New Zealand a lot too.
yeah. So is there like a an annual kind of like conference where everyone gets together or is...
There is one in Queensland, but
Oh,
I don't,
really?
yeah, but I think it's more the eastern states. It's like awards and all that sort of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I only heard about it last year because it's more eastern states, I think, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So what kind of awards? What are they for?
Oh, like Psychic of the Year,
And is that
best retreats, all that sort of stuff.
so is that decided on how many people vote? Like, do people get nominated and voted for,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
is there like a panel of judges? Or
yeah, I think so, yeah.
oh, how
Yeah,
interesting!
but I only just found out about that one because, yeah, I think down in Adelaide we sort of a bit more insular away from everything, and but we have our
Yeah,
own community and there's some
yeah.
amazing mediums. And Alison Dwyer's coming in June, and doing, she's going around Australia because I do a bit of psychic detective work and seances and stuff like that as well. I'm running a retreat in September and we're going to be we do seances.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they give us amazing information in seances. My last one, we were in seance, and the first word that came through was bear, and then the next word that came through was bridge, and then it said it was in somewhere in America, Massachusetts or something like that. And then I asked Spirit using the board, what year, and it was something like 1852 or something like that. And everybody who was in the seance felt like they were on a train, and I could see train tracks and people standing by the side and black smoke, and everyone could feel it because we had that experience that night, and so we sort of all slept on it overnight. And the next day, I sat there with pen and paper, and we all said our experiences, and we looked up Bear Bridge and the year, and it come up with a train disaster.
Wow.
And we all had a role, and we'd all passed, of course, and we all had a role in that train disaster. It was really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, fascinating.
Yeah, yeah. So we do more than just bring through a spirit that's passed. There's like whole mass things have happened.
Mm.
I know there's a famous medium in America. She became a medium because she was actually flying over the Twin Towers in 9/11 at the
Mm.
time, because she was part of the Air Force or something. And so
Oh
she
my God.
firsthand saw everything. And apparently she had a granddaughter, her daughter or someone like that got killed by a lightning strike. And she really wanted to be in contact with her. So, you know,
Mm.
all this sort of all came together and she just kept working at it until she could contact her. It was just really interesting.
Yeah. So a little earlier you said that you oh, how did you put it? Do you work with the police to do what was it you how did you describe it?
Oh, like the psychic detective
Yeah,
work.
psychic detective work. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's sort of like when you're in seance and there's that disaster and you do your detective work because we looked up the people characters and found out who they were and what roles they had, and it was really
Yeah.
interesting.
And
Um,
do you work with the police at all? I know
I
some
don't work with
psychics do.
no, I know that's something Alison Dubois does, works with the police.
Right.
Um, and she's going to be looking into a case back from 1965 when the Beaumont children were taken. She's going to
Mm,
be looking into that, and she's going to have a whole audience of mediums. We're all going. It's really
yeah, that'd be
interesting.
fascinating.
I think she's coming up your way and doing William Tyrrell.
Mm,
Yeah, I do have a mother of a murder victim that wants us to have. So I've got a group of us, so we're going to feel into what might have happened and give her some clues.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be quite traumatic, wouldn't it, to be, especially if it's a child that's
Oh, yeah, it's tough stuff, and I think you have to be really ready for it and been doing it for quite a while
yeah.
to want to do it. I used to work for the police department in South Australia, but I worked
Mhm.
in admin. But I used to type up a lot of the old cases and stuff, and I got to retype all the Beaumont case. And
Mm,
I worked with all the detectives in major crime, and they used to show me stuff and tell me stuff. And I remember having so many feelings about different things, and it was
yeah.
it was an interesting time for me. But I was only about 18 when that happened.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have to be pretty grounded in yourself and confident in your own safety, wouldn't you, if you're working with
yeah.
you know, murders and stuff like that,
Oh,
especially
yeah. When I was 18, I was only just it was an insight for me, I think, because I was feeling all those energies around me, and it
mm,
was interesting. The police officer we worked together in the same office. He died when I was there as well, and I used to help him while he was at work. because he had a disease, doing up his coat and helping him and all that sort of stuff as well. So I feel like spirit has been training me in a way.
Yeah. Do
But
you help
mm,
people who are afraid, like they have the gift, but they're afraid to use it or afraid to look at it?
oh
Do you have,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I've got a family member like that. Absolutely so sensitive and tells me all sorts of stuff, but they'll never go any further with it.
Mm,
Yeah, they could if she could if she wanted to, but she doesn't want to. So I said they have that gift. That's when you need to go to a circle or talk to people about it and expand it a bit more. Otherwise, and something all my life I've had to work with it was boundaries
hmm
because it affected me so much and I didn't realize why. I was a naturopath and I used to do massage as well. And people tell me they had a pain, and I used to go home with that pain and think it was mine.
Oh, yeah. So you're an
And I was
empath as
picking it
well.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I realize now, yeah, I know how to create those boundaries. I know, and that's what I like to help people do as well. Usually when
Mm,
we first, like I just finished an online group for 5 weeks and we started with energy. So I like to start with energy and we use divining rods and pendulums and, just working out, our own energy space and working with auras and things like that and how to protect yourself. So I like showing
yeah.
kids how to do that too. Using the divining rods is a great way to show them how to pull their energy in and pull their energy out. I
hmm
demonstrate it with them and they always go, wow, how did I do that?
Yeah. I had a question just flit by and it just kind of disappeared. And I thought, oh. Do
Yeah,
you have
you
any
have
questions, Wendy?
to.
Oh, Wendy's
Should I,
muted herself again. That's
yeah.
okay. Yeah, hopefully the question comes back again because it was something I thought, oh yeah, I need to ask that, and then it just disappeared right away again.
Oh, I'm good at that too. You've got to say it at the time, otherwise you've lost it. Or
Yeah, I
maybe
didn't want to
you
interrupt, but I should have written it down. I do have a pen and paper here. Hopefully it'll come back. That often happens when I'm thinking about something different.
yeah, oh,
Um,
yeah, always. Oh, Wendy's managed to get off.
oh, did you have a question, Wendy?
Yeah, it's about knowing whether you've got the gift. I that sparked my attention. I actually sort of would like to think that I have because I feel other people's pain, which is what you said. I was doing massage the same,
Hmm.
and I would get so immersed in the client and trying to heal them that's when my guard went down and I started feeling their pain so I could navigate their pain, right? Um, but also that was just something I wanted to tell you, but also I just feel like I have been gifted with an angel who has always looked after me and protected me. And so I would definitely like to know whether that's true. And it's really funny when this has popped up and been involved in this um, um, meeting here, is that I've actually been thinking of um, seeing a medium and tapping into finding out more and more about. So, being adopted, I've always felt like there was another angel that was looking after me. So, yeah, that's really sort of the feedback that I've got for you, and that I'm feeling that, um, everything that's happened in your life is meant to happen for a reason. And now I feel like I'm reaping all the benefits and the blessings of it. So it's just life is strange and it does amazing things, and I'm feeling very blessed at the moment. And to manifest a medium, and then here we are today. It's sort of like it's just amazing. It really is mind blowing to me. So I had to jump at the chance to be on this Zoom meeting.
Oh, that's great, Wendy. Because it's funny, you said all that, and I do an online group and an in-person group, and I always like to start with energy, but the next thing I like to start with to help people with is be in contact with their spirit guides. Because I think it's very important because they're the ones that protect us, the ones that help us. I know my very first spirit guide was my grandfather, and every I'll go around all the psychic fairs, and every other psychic would go, "Oh, your granddad's with you. Your granddad's with you. Your granddad's with you." I was like, "I know." So, yeah, you do have a special guardian angel plus more, and learning how to tap into them is such a wonderful thing for your development.
I would definitely like to see and talk to a medium, like maybe yourself, yeah, to get that same message. Being adopted, I sort of, we feel like it probably is our elders, and I never met any of mine. They've all passed on now, due to the circumstances. So, yeah, just wondering whether they deep down did care about me and that they have always had me in their mind. And although the opportunity never arose to meet them, except one of them, which was my grandfather on my father's side, he was just had so much time for me. So it's got to be true that the others probably would have just as much time. It's not like I was rejected. I no longer feel that way.
What I really love to remind people is that we are all spirit having a human experience. So you have met them before. You have a higher self. You are in spirit with them, and there is you are connected to them. And
Yeah.
we've just forgotten that in our human experience, our very short time on this earth. We go back to being at home with all these spirits, all these people that are connected to us.
And
That's
another thing, you said that you're from north of England, did you say?
my mum's family were, yeah, from Manchester.
And so, Manchester. So what I heard recently on telly was that there's a Cornish society in Adelaide near
Oh,
the coast.
well,
And
that's south,
so,
south, yeah.
so they've obviously come from Cornwall for mining in Adelaide.
Mm.
And my ancestor had come from, uh, I think Cornwall is north of England, isn't it?
It's south.
South of England.
Yeah, it's right down the south at the bottom. North, you've got Manchester, um, Liverpool, all those sorts, and then you go further up, you've got Scotland.
Right, I thought Cornwall was a part of Scotland, so that's
Yeah,
why I
no,
was thinking
Scotland's in.
Scotland was even further north. Right. So I was just thinking that, if the ancestors have come from Cornwall to do
Mhm.
mining, copper mining, I think,
Yes, a lot
in
of copper mining here. Yeah,
in Adelaide, yeah.
Punda.
So I was wondering, yeah, it's always since my grandfather told me on, the reason why who came to Australia, in the first place, and then finding out that Cornwall Society is in Adelaide, I think closer to the coast.
Hmm.
And so I thought yeah, when you first said, north of England, which now discover is not correct, but yeah, a lot of them did go to Adelaide for mining.
Mm.
Mm,
Yes, they sure did. Our most haunted town is a copper mining town called Kapunda up north.
right.
My aunt lives there. I almost bought a house there, but I thought walking through and going, no.
Wow. So are they, yeah, quite spiritual? Oh, well, Cornish, I'm not sure. They've definitely stayed in the yesteryear. They haven't sort of modernized there. They've stayed with horse and cart and the old school stuff. And
Wow.
that's sort of me in a way. I don't like modern society. I don't get caught up in that sort of thing.
Mm.
Jacqueline, you know me quite well, you know.
Yeah. I have to ask, Jackie, when you went to England, did you go to Stonehenge?
No,
Uh,
I I went. I flew into London because I was by myself as well, but I wanted to see where my mum grew up.
hmm
So I went to London first, flew into London, caught a bus. Oh, no, what did I do first? I caught a bus to Stansted, did my course out there at Essex, and then I caught a train back to another station, then hopped. What did I hop then? Oh no, I hopped a train. That's right, up to Manchester. And Mum was actually the last place she lived was a little place called Worsley, and I had to walk through Eccles, and that's where Mum used to go to school. So I just wanted to go where Mum had walked before, and that took me quite a while. So I never went down to Stonehenge, and because that's sort of
Yeah.
like going down towards Cornwall, Stonehenge, and Glastonbury, and places like that. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
like to go there.
I can relate to that because I grew up with a stepdad and he was British. And I went to the Midlands where he grew up
Ah,
and
no.
met all of his family there and went to Birmingham and then London. Of course, everyone goes to London.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never went any further north than the Midlands. So there's such an ancient land, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah. It was amazing.
Mm.
I just walked the streets. I got lost. I didn't know what I was just going where my intuition led me. I
Yeah.
just had a great time hopping on buses. I even hopped on a bus and they said, "Oh, don't worry about the fares. That's broken right now," and all that sort of stuff. And I thought, okay.
You're a bit like me. I tend to be a bit gypsy, a bit of a gypsy like that too. And I just remembered what the question was that I forgot before. It had to do with exorcism. Do you have anything to do with exorcisms?
Not really. I've done clearings of houses, especially. I
Hmm
had a real estate agent ring me saying, because I'd done a few house clearings for sale. Um, she rang priests she wanted to exorcise a spirit out of this house because he committed suicide there. And she said I couldn't get a priest, and she rang me, and I went along. That actually I was available, so I grabbed another meeting. We went there the next morning, and we found two lots of stuff going on there. The man that had passed outside, and so my friend Paul, he went out there and he cleared his energy because it's like lingering energy,
Mm,
not necessarily like it's just lingering energy that people can feel and makes them feel a bit ick.
yeah.
And I just spoke to another one inside, and she could have sold it many, many, many times over the next day when she hadn't opened, and she couldn't sell that house for a year. This
Mm.
would not sell. So
People
anyway,
picked up on
a
the
lot of the
energy.
time it's
Yeah.
about the lingering energy that they leave. But yeah, I don't really go with that. People having a spirit stuck inside them and stuff like that.
hmm
Especially whenever they show these things, most of the time they're like teenagers. And the hormones are all yeah, it's yeah. See, I let spirit speak through us, and people say, "Oh, is that safe?" But yeah, it's safe. It's we just ask the spirit, and we call them all. We open, we close, we ground ourselves. You
Yeah.
have words of wisdom that they just want to impart, and then they go again. It's
Yeah, I like that perspective because I have heard from people, particularly religious people,
yeah.
who, if they come across people who are dealing with depression, for example,
Mm.
and their perspective is that they are, uh, what's the word? Possessed, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
No,
guess in a way they are, but it's more to do with their own mindset and what they're telling themselves than, in my perspective, it's more about their own negative self-talk. I don't really believe in
I think that too,
negative.
it's like the law of attraction, manifesting, all that sort of stuff. If you're putting out that sort of energy, another energy that feels that same way is matched to you, and it sort of
Yeah,
builds. And it might not be a spirit or someone, it's just other people. You're picking up
yeah,
their energy because you're picking up that other person's, like you're with Wendy, when you're doing a healing and you're taking on other people's pain. It's just an energy you're taking on. It's not a spirit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and with what I do as a coach, like self-talk is so important.
Oh yeah.
And that has to be dealt with before anything else.
Mm.
When it comes
Oh,
to depression, I work with a lot of people who are going through anxiety and depression. Yeah. I
mm-hmm.
like your little cup there. What have you got? What's the pattern on it you've got?
It's just a
Oh, it's very
flower one.
pretty. Is
And
there
much
anything
we can't.
else you want to share with us about
Ah,
what you do?
well, today, what was I doing today? I've done some psychic readings, some card readings, mediumship. I'm also a trance healer and spiritual healer. So I've
Hmm.
done a couple of healings today as well. So I've got my healing bed over next to me there. Um, I'm just a channel. So a medium is we're a channel. So when
Yeah.
whether we're speaking or healing, we're just channeling through spirits gift
Hmm.
to that person. Um,
What advice would you give someone who was looking for a medium to work with?
what advice? Oh, look for someone that will give you evidence, somebody that you can see the evidence that they train. They're very ethical. They wouldn't take advantage of you. Find out their reputation.
Hmm.
You can do that. That's why I've got a website as well, and people can look all that sort of stuff up. And I like to ask people,
Yeah.
recommendations and stuff like that, so people can see that they're just not. I'm a medium one day and decide to put out their shingle because it's not a
Yeah.
regulated industry at all, and I don't think it's ever going to be in that sort of way.
Yeah, similar to coaching. Well, on that note, how do people find you? So you have a website. What's the website URL?
Mine's actually jackiedene.com.
Okay.
I kept it really, really simple.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I thought keepers. I've got Facebook, Jackie Dean Intuitive Medium. Something weird happened. I had one called Jackie Dean Medium Healer and Teacher. And in November 2024, I lost access to it. I couldn't, it just sat there. And on the weekend, all of a sudden, it's come back up again. And
Whoa,
I had
that's
all
all
these
weird.
messages sitting there and I lost all access and it's back. So now I've got two.
Facebook is so weird. It just
Yes.
the glitches. Oh, it's
Yeah,
crazy. I
that's why I
remember.
thought I'm going to have my own website. At least I can put my
Yeah,
links in there. I can put my information in there,
yeah. So have
contact.
you got testimonials on your website?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
I've put those on there and
Yeah.
everything that I can think of. Um, yeah, this space I'm in here, I call it this my spirit space sanctuary. So I run groups in here, I do healings in here, do mediumship readings, psychic readings, and my healings. I can't
You
show my
you said
room around.
you
There
said that you do
we go.
circles. Oh, that's oh,
What have
how
you been?
nice. That looks nice. You said that you do groups online and in person. So,
Yeah,
how does one find out about the online group that you do? And what does that cost?
I put. I've got to update it again. I've got to keep remembering to do that. I put them on my website.
Hmm.
And usually, if I'm doing a 5-week course, I do a concession and a full price, and the full price is usually about 140 for 5 weeks. My
Hmm.
groups I usually charge 20 concession, 30 full price. Because I want it to be as accessible as possible, but paying the rent at the
Yeah,
same time.
very cool. So
Makes
I can
much
find
profit.
out all about it on your website. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to double check my website because I've got to update it again because I just finished an online group. And what I'm going to do is meet that. I've got their own little special Facebook group, but we're going to meet once a month. So anybody from any group can join in once a month and we can
Mm-hmm.
practice. And there's always tons of stuff to practice all the time. They put everyone into breakout rooms and they practice with each other. And
Oh, nice. I like
yeah.
that idea.
Yeah, I do a bit of art as well. Do all sorts of things, creative things.
Oh, Wendy's an artist.
Yeah, I love doing art. I love
I
solving
do too, but I
puzzles.
never allow myself to do it. I always somehow find other things to do. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I never get, I buy all these arts and crafts items and creative things to do, but I never, they just sit there on the shelf and I never do it. I've got to make myself go to a class before I'll do
yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, I go to a mosaics class. That's fun.
Mm,
Get my
beautiful.
hands dirty.
Yeah, it's definitely about immersion, Jacqueline.
Yeah. I've,
Immerse yourself in it. And once you're in it, it's very hard to get out. You know, the dishes are left and the ironing, oh, the washing's left, everything's left behind.
Mm.
It's
One
a
just
big
finds,
risk.
doesn't it?
yeah, that's cool. Because otherwise I find that I just get I end up there's so much on the internet and I'm a real learner and I like to
Yeah,
and I just somehow never allow myself. So yes, I need to join a course if I want to
Mm.
do art.
Mm.
your
Yeah.
ADHD mind, hey?
Yeah.
I
Just
Doing
wants to
art.
understand.
learn all the time. Oh, there's stuff to learn over here. There's stuff to
Oh,
learn over there.
Yeah.
stuff I've learned, the stuff I write it all down and go, wow. It's just amazing. It's
Mm,
fun, isn't it?
it
Trouble
is
is
fun.
walking around the house and all of a sudden something strikes you and you completely leave what you're about to do and you do something else.
Yeah.
You get stuck down.
Yeah, that's so ADHD for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 5 minutes left. Is there anything else that you want to share or any more questions, Wendy, that you want to ask?
Yeah, well, I would definitely want to look up Jackie Dean's Facebook and connect with her. And
Mm.
um, yeah, so if it's as easy as that, is there anything else you might be able to add, Jackie?
Oh, let's see. I see in my gap between 90s and when I was doing having kids and stuff, I became a naturopath as well. So my spirit space sanctuary is body, mind, and soul. So I like to be able to help people in a more holistic sort of way as well. So
Nice.
I have detox systems and all sorts of stuff because I really feel, we've got to look after the vessel we're in to practice spirit, spiritual stuff as well and heal.
Hmm.
Mm,
And, it's all been given to us as a gift from God. So why not use it?
Yeah, great.
Homeopathics, yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Do you work with animals as well?
Oh yeah, animals. Oh yeah, my favorite things are angels and animals. I'm actually
Ah,
doing a course. I'm halfway through a course with Scott Alexander King. You might have heard of him.
no.
He lives in New South Wales, Queensland. He's animal dreaming.
Ah, yes, that does ring a bell. Did he used to have a shop in Byron?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, because I lived down there for about 5 years, and
Yeah.
I think he did have a shop. I don't think it's there anymore though.
No, no, I don't think it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm halfway through his shaman course with animals.
Hmm.
So I love my
Very
animals
cool.
so much.
Yeah.
That's what my parents said I was going to be when I was a kid, something to do with animals because I just love them so much. And my angels, I used to get called Angel Lady back in the 90s because that's what
Ah,
I had my special set of angel cards. And I've still got them all wrapped up somewhere here, but it was my very first set of cards was angels.
oh, very cool.
Yeah, so I love lots of stuff. So when you have a
Yeah.
reading with me, I might not just bring people through, I'll do a card reading, I'll channel something, bring through your guides, have an animal totem come up or your power animal and so
Mm.
or you might have a bit of a healing, all sorts of stuff, because I've got all my
Mm.
bowls behind me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Healing bowls. Oh, they're there somewhere. Right behind me, I've got healing bowls. I'll use them as
Jackie,
well.
what do you recommend, a face-to-face or face-to-face reading or online reading? Is there any difference?
I find a better connection face to face, but I I'll do online. And I've had some wonderful connections online,
Mm.
but face to face, I do like my face to face because I don't sit still when I do my reading. I'm walking around the room and picking stuff up, and I'm finding it hard here to have this, sort of straight here in front of me because I'm just always on the move.
Quite
I
rigid?
just couldn't stop. I used to channel swinging in my swing and singing songs and making up all the words, and yeah, it's hard to sit still.
Yeah. Well, I won't keep you any longer. We've only got a couple of minutes left. The only other question I have left is, are you okay if I share this in the group?
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
probably
fine.
put it on YouTube as well. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine. I
Yeah.
don't
And
have
how
a
about you,
YouTube
Wendy?
channel. I feel a little
Yeah,
bit funny
fine.
about it, but other people can share stuff to YouTube. I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, it's just another way that people might be able to find you. So, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
little
so
birds
much for,
still meant to be find me. You'll find me.
yeah.
Funny in crazy ways, and I'll go, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We attract the people that who need our help
For
and our
sure.
energy, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much again for coming and sharing your expertise and your experiences, and loving having you in the group.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. It was an honor. Thank you.
Let's do it again. We'll make another time for you to come and speak again
Yeah. We've got
in the
lots of other
future.
stuff to talk about, but that's what entrepreneurs are.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to know more about the artwork that you do with
Mm,
people, and we'll talk some more about that next time.
yes. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much to both of you, and we'll sign off now and have an amazing weekend. Yes. Thank you.
I will.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jackie.
See
Bye.
ya.